Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are not just learning a library, we are learning the engine of Python data science. We are talking about NumPy. If you want to train a neural network, or analyze stock market trends, or process images, you are using NumPy, whether you know it or not. It is the library that transforms Python from a simple scripting language into a high-performance mathematical powerhouse. Let's pop the hood and see how it works. Here is our detailed roadmap for this session. First, we will set up our environment. Second, we will tackle the core concept, the NumPy array. We'll see why it is different from a Python list. Third, we will master data manipulation. This is how we extract and modify data surgically. Fourth, we will cover mathematical operations and linear algebra. And finally, we will look at statistics and shape manipulation. What exactly is NumPy? The name itself stands for Numeric Python. At its core, it's an open-source module that provides us with fast, pre-compiled functions for complex mathematical routines. While standard Python is great for general logic, NumPy is specifically designed to handle the heavy lifting, manipulating massive arrays and matrices of numeric data with ease. Why should we use it? You might wonder why we don't just stick to standard Python lists. The answer comes down to two things: ecosystem and speed. The foundation. NumPy isn't just a standalone tool, it serves as the literal foundation for the rest of the data science stack. Libraries you've likely heard of, like SciPy for engineering, Pandas for data analysis, and Scikit-learn for machine learning, all rely on NumPy to function. Performance. This is the big one. Because NumPy is written largely in C, its arrays are significantly more memory efficient and faster than standard Python lists. When you're dealing with millions of data points, that efficiency isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a necessity. Let's get this set up on your machine. If you are using the Anaconda distribution, it comes pre-installed. If you are using a standard setup, you simply go to your terminal and type pip install NumPy. Now, regarding the import, the standard convention in the industry is to import it using the alias np. So we type import NumPy as np. This saves time typing, but more importantly, it signals to other developers that you are following standard practices. Let's look at our core tool, the ND array. This stands for n-dimensional array. Here is the golden rule you must memorize. An array is similar to a list, but every element must be of the same type. We call this homogeneity. You cannot mix integers and strings. If you try, NumPy will force convert everything to a single type to maintain speed. We have three common ways to create them. One, from a list, np.array, open parentheses, square bracket, 1, 2, 3, close square bracket. Two, using ranges, np.arange, open parentheses, 5, close parentheses. This gives us the numbers 0 through 4. 3, using placeholders. If you need to initialize a blank canvas, you can use np.zeros or np.ones. Inspecting arrays, array properties. Once you have loaded your data, you need to inspect it before you can analyze it. We use array attributes for this. First, .shape. This returns a tuple representing the dimensions. If it returns 2, 3, you know you have 2 rows and 3 columns. Second, .dtype. This tells you the data type stored in memory, for example, int 64 or float 32. Third, .ndim. This tells you the number of axes. 1 means a vector, 2 means a matrix, and 3 or more is a tensor. Now let's talk about indexing and slicing, accessing data. For 1D arrays, it works exactly like Python lists. A square bracket 0 gives you the first item. For multi-dimensional arrays, we use a comma to separate the axes. The format is square bracket, row selector, comma, column selector. If I want the item in the first row and second column, I type data square bracket 0, comma 1. If I want to grab an entire column, I use the colon operator. Data square bracket colon, comma 2. The colon means select every row, and the 2 means only column 2. Now for the magic, vectorization. In traditional programming, adding two lists requires a slow loop. In NumPy, operations are applied element-wise automatically. If I have array A and array B, and I type print, open parentheses, A plus B, close parentheses, NumPy adds the first item of A to the first item of B, the second to the second, and so on. Constraint: generally, the arrays must be the same size. If they are not, NumPy tries to broadcasting, which stretches the smaller array to fit the larger one. We also have universal functions, or ufuncs. These are highly optimized math routines. If you want the square root, don't use the Python math library, use np.sqrt. If you want logarithms, use np.log. We also have rounding functions. np.floor rounds down, np.ceil rounds up, and np.rrent rounds to the nearest integer. To understand the story of your data, we use aggregations. We can calculate the total using .sum. We can find the average using .mean. We can measure the spread using .var for variance or .std for standard deviation. We also have functions to find extremes. Min and max return the values, but argmin and argmax are special. They return the index of the lowest or highest value. This is perfect for finding where an outlier is located. Please pay attention here. This is a common point of confusion. The asterisk symbol performs element-wise multiplication, but in linear algebra, we often need the dot product or matrix multiplication. For this, we use the function np.dot. Result equals np.dot, open parentheses a, comma b, close parentheses. This calculates the algebraic product of the rows of A against the columns of B. Data rarely comes in the exact shape you need. We use .reshape to fix this. For example, a.reshape, open parentheses, 5, 2. This turns a flat list of 10 items into a matrix with 5 rows and 2 columns. We can also swap axes using .transpose or simply .t. And if we need to join two arrays together, we use np.concatenate. To wrap up today's deep dive, 1. Efficiency. NumPy arrays are faster and use less memory than lists thanks to contiguous memory. 2. Vectorization. We do math on the whole array at once, avoiding slow loops. 3. Slicing. The syntax square bracket row, comma, col allows us to extract precise data subsets. And 4. Integration. This is the core building block for everything you will do in Pandas and Scikit-learn. Thank you for your attention, and I will see you in the next module.